What's up, guys? Thank you for clicking on the video. So quick update, that's what this is about, the lights, things that are on just back order supply chain problems. And I updated this video initially in October and really went over the situation that existed from July until about mid-October. So you're gonna wanna look back at that. I'm gonna skim through that real quick, but I have Kelcie as my witness. And obviously she works here and builds lights and all that stuff. You may have seen her in the SEMA videos. So if you have an order, if you've made an order, if you ordered anything recently and you just want to know what's going on, stick around. You're watching KnightDriveTV. So Kelcie here.
Yep.
Her job is to build the lights, and she is my witness here. And Kelsie's very honorable. She is a Mormon. So you can trust her. So the deal is, just to recap, skim through, this has been a hell of a year. So what had happened essentially is I had the same supplier on these light pods for a long time, and they've had their issues, but for the most part, we always were able to make those things work, and they mended whatever problems we had. But I had noticed in 2023 that they were experiencing a lot of delays and things were being very inconsistent. And so, as she knows going into that, because she's now been here for about a year, throughout the early part of the year, we were kind of trying to get into stock. And so I was putting a lot of pressure on them to send more lights. She was going to Italy and she had the event that we discussed in the October video. You'll want to watch to hear about the event. But my pushing them led them to putting like purple chips in some of the LEDs, and this all kind of fell apart in late June, maybe early July. So I'm not going to go through the process of all the supplier thing, but basically that supplier dropped off the face of the earth. They kind of skated on about $20-some thousand of light orders. They didn't want to replace them. They said they didn't have the money to replace them, so that just took them out of the game and left behind dry. So, you know, the work to reestablish a supplier has been difficult, and that's what I outlined in the video. I'm going to put it right here, put it on screen so you can easily find it. So let's just get forward to now. So what have you been doing for the past 4.5 months? Because people are like, if you're not shipping lights, what are you doing over there? So kind of explain to them what's actually been going on.
I've been building hundreds and hundreds of brackets and putting together a podcast studio.
Right. So, you know, we still run the machines. Obviously, for Group 1 bezel people that had the original brackets, the bracket design changed slightly in late 2022. So we obviously don't have 507. How many do we have right now?
Like 580 something.
Okay, so we have 580 something. We do not have 580 headlight kit orders. What that is there are Group 1 bezel people that need the brackets to come with the bezels. So I have told her, build brackets to the max bore, and she's been doing that for some time. So that allows us to have all the brackets ready for the bezels, but then also have enough bracket systems and everything for existing light orders. Oh my God, he just does this. He tortures me. Okay, so that's the situation. I don't even know where I left off. So, and he click. So anyway, so the lights, I now have a supplier that has sent samples, and we tested those samples. I'm going to show you here on screen. We've gone through putting the pods on, and you've put the pods on them, the samples that they actually sent us. Yep. Pods are good.
They fit.
So we're good there. The wiring, in terms of the customers that had lights before, if they have a burnout, will these lights plug into their system?
Yes, the new harness fits the old lights. Well, so if you need a new light, it'll fit the old harness. Right. And it works. Everything works. It works.
And that was part of the difficulty. It was not just the light pods themselves. It's that the castings had to fit our CAD design pods that adapt the bottom of the light into our brackets. And then it came down to the proprietary harnesses that I have that, you know, allow the lights to plug and unplug. So if you have a burnout, it's easy to replace. And so my concern was with a new supplier, if you had a burnout and you already own the kit and you say, well, I have one light that went bad, which luckily we've had very few failures, but we have had a few that just, you know, the LED ring went out or something like that. I need you to be able to just take one out and put it back in. Otherwise, I would have had to send 3. So we wanted to avoid that situation. So that seems good, right? Good and in order. So the deal with this supplier, after we tested everything, is they said it would be 23 days. So the first shipments of lights will not have KnightDriveTV on the top. This is a laser process, which was going to add 3 days to the production cycle. And for the sake of time and getting before Christmas, getting a lot of lights here, I told them to skip that. So that's the one difference you're going to see, is the top of the lights do not have KnightDriveTV on them even. So that's going to be the situation, to save us a couple days. They said 22 or 23 days. We'll say 23. And I had confirmed the sample, paid for everything on November 11th. So what that means is the light production cycle should be done on about December 4th. And once that happens, the lights will be shipped via DHL by air. I have the most expensive shipping process, and so it's the fastest. I've already gone over the customs issues, what HS code, things that make sure that they do things so there's no hangups. So once we get, how many lights do we have upstairs now? She can confirm it's a million, right? It's like in boxes, like of the bad lights.
Yeah, there's, I don't know, like 500 of each maybe, squares and rounds. There's a lot.
Yeah, like 5 kits worth easily,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, it equates to boxes stacking, and we don't know what to do with them. I've asked her, what do you want? And she keeps telling me,
I want to take it to a rage room here in Vegas and destroy them on camera.
she was talking about lamps and necklaces.
Oh yeah, I want to make a lamp. I think it would be so cool to make a little lamp with a light.
But I'm like, we have to design the lamp.
And I would be the one building the lamp, so yeah.
Comment below if you want a KnightDriveTV lamp with 35 grand of bunk Chinese light pods. You know, you can project purple and play Purple Rain. Oh. What were we saying?
Purple Rain.
So I call this event Purple Rain for a reason, because Tiddly came before Purple Rain. And this is the Purple Rain event, folks. So I wanted to let everybody know, if you're waiting on an order, we talked about, what? We talked about giveaways. Is it growing? I feel like it's getting bigger. It's like decompressing. So we're talking about giveaway. I'm going to give away some things. We have new product coming out. So, you know, once everybody is fulfilled and everybody's gotten everything they need, we're going to do some giveaways for everybody stuck by us through this process. So that covers the lights. I will update again here once we get the lights. So look out for that. Please sub if you haven't. Be ready. So the bezels, same situation. So the company who makes the MaxDin trim pieces is going to be making the bezels. And so I talked to them at SEMA. They got into a timeline crunch too, and it's, again, there's just a lot of things happening. And despite when people give certain timeline guarantees, there are overruns. I tell you what I'm told as I'm doing in this video. It's up to multiple entities to kind of keep the timeline, DHL included, customs. You know, these are people that don't give you timelines, so there's a lot of risk all the time. But over time, you see the pattern of consistency. C5 Max-Dins, I have a video coming out on that imminently. We have the version 4 prototype, new mounting system that I'm working on. We may have to do a wiring extension, but I'm going to be testing that in an upcoming video. So I'm going to really try. Kelcie, so she long has wanted to, you know, she's wanted to work with a performer, number one. And so, you know, she's in Vegas. She's like, I've always wanted to. She was sound engineering. She was into that, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're into sound. You're into the show, the music.
Are you gonna sing?
All right. I had to prepare. So all I want to tell people is I never wanted to cause you any sorrow. What? I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. What? I only wanted to see y'all laughing in the purple rain. That's what I'm trying to laugh in the purple rain. That's it, guys. I hope this quick update makes you feel better. Happy Thanksgiving. That's it. What should be the thumbnail? We got to do a practice for the thumbnail right now. Like, how All right, well, thank you. I'll be back. I look forward to making more parts for you guys, as always. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Come on, man. Folk won't leave me alone now. Come on, buddy, it's me. I'm gonna need a trim.